One of the original 8 games that has appeared in every MCC is To Get to the Other Side and Back a Fan. For new viewers, you may not recognize some small changes and history behind this iconic game from its rename all the way to the maps themselves. This is the maps and history of To Get to the Other Side and Back a Fan. This game is very straightforward to understand. Get to the other side of the map and punch either a chicken or an NPC known as fans. There are a total of 6 rounds to play with different maps for each round, and that the players have 2 ways to earn their coins for the team. Either getting to the finish, which the coin amount will be based on the position you finish, and the other way is the team bonus introduced in MCC 6, where the first food team to finish each round will get a bonus for the team. Since MCC 1, the game has been known to cause a lot of chaos and interesting strategies throughout its run. In MCC 1 through MCC 5, the game is called To Get to the Other Side, or TGTTOS for short. It is very confusing at first for some people, since the abbreviation is, well, hard to crack for some people.
Jack, hit one! Jack, hit one!
What? Oh, you have to hit shit!
You gotta hit the guy! Oh my god.
No one told me about this game!
It's literally in the title, how did you not get
The
that?
title is TGTTOSAWAF!
Jack, are you telling me you don't know what TGTTOSAWAF means?
I didn't know what TGTTOSAWAF.
How did you not get that, you dumb... No, I'm sorry.
As well as that, in early MCCs, chickens were used for players to punch or whack at the end. Since MCC 4, the chickens were replaced by players' NPCs instead, from the Emperor Foo's joke back in 2020. This corresponds to the renaming of the game in MCC 6, adding Back a Fan at the end of the title. With that brief history out of the way, here's the maps that are played so far in the event. Pit. This is simply a speed bridger dream here. This is the very first map to be played in this game. Players will have to bridge across the map with blocks and with 2 pits alongside them. There are some interesting strategies here, from going to the sides to following someone after they bridge. Hence, this game is the one where you should follow food berries a lot. And yes, you can punch someone, so you have to watch your back as well. If you fall, you will have to start over from the beginning, which is quite a pain, actually. But unrelated history here, but Noxcrew has released a similar type of map that uses this mechanic before, called Sled Go, which is a boat racing map across various terrains and such in the Bedrock Marketplace. Here in MCC, it is a simple boat race game. Use your boats to slide across the map. Some players may opt in to use the boats themselves and risk their movement a bit, or opt out and run across, or a mix up too. Some MCCs also have some people ride in the same boat as well, but that has been patched to allow only 1 person per boat. And oh boy, this game is very laggy indeed for some people. Doors. If you watched Takeshi's Castle in the past or played Fall Guys, this map simply has the same concept. Go through doors, some are fake, some are real, and that you need to get to the end and find the real doors. There are a total of 4 lines of doors, with 5 doors each per line. There are also obstacles between each line of doors as well. First one being the slam jumps, which in earlier MCCs, it was a bottomless pit if the players failed to do the slam jumps, which caused them to start over again. But this was changed in MCC 11, having a soul sand pit instead. And didn't I mention that you can punch players as well? Yep, it's chaotic indeed. The second part is the water maze, and the third part being a soul sand pit again with some cobweb small pits as well. As well as that, after MCC Pride 2021, lights were added for the doors to indicate the doors that are safe and free to pass, which is a very nice quality of life change indeed. Cliff. Possibly one of the most chaotic maps yet. You have to complete the parkour to get to the other side while being punched constantly by other players. It is pretty annoying for, well, some people. There's also a very unforgiving section towards the end of the map where the leading player can punch other trailing players from that spot, with no chance of recovery if the timer was nearing the end.
Oh look, it's Nietzsche! It's Nietzsche! I'm gonna kill her!
Just get.
No, George! George! George, no! Walls. This one is a very interesting map and creates some interesting strategies. First of all, there are 3 walls in total, with the heights being different from each one. In the first pit, it is simply a soul sand pit, but for the second and third one, there are water pits, with guardians trying to stab you in any second. There are some strategies to this, from going to the sides and ritual stealth for the cobwebs, or just do what Illumina did.
Block behind us, block behind us. You're too high, or maybe you're fine.
Yeah, keep going, keep going.
I need to go up.
Or are you going all? You're going right above them, dude.
You don't need to go
You're good.
anymore.
Just bridge.
Just tell me what to, do I keep bridging?
Just keep going, just keep going.
Bridge.
Alright, we can jump from here, we can
Jump!
jump.
Yes!
Third.
Yes!
4th.
Come on! Aaron, go! Aaron, go! Yes! Let's go!
Glide. This is the last of the 6 original maps in MCC1 rendition of TGTTOS. The goal is simple. Players must build up and try to glide their way to the finishing pit. The height and landing spots are very important for this map, so players must be careful of that. Basins. Debuted in MCC4, Basins tests players' trident skills from jumping to other pools of water or navigating through holes in the wall via a waterfall. It is a pretty tough game for some people, especially towards the end, and a trident collision for some people. Fun fact though, Grian has a very similar game like this in his Barge Quest challenge, involving pairs completing the trident course to get to their next clues on the Hermitcraft Season 7 server. Skydive. Debuted in MCC4 as well. Skydive is about verticality, going down and try to land to various platforms and get to the pit as fast as possible. Of course, players either underestimated or overestimated their block placements, which can be very annoying for some. Some go as far as going to the top of the plane and work from there, which is very interesting in their part. There's also another version of this in Season 2, which I will talk about it later on. Launcher. Debuted in MCC 10, this game tests players' ability and knowledge in using rocket launchers that are used in Rocket Spleef. This is a very tough map for some with the explosions left and right and center, as well as aiming and try to rocket jump to a spot that they want to. Oh boy, you will need to be playing some TF2 in order to be good at this. Terra Swoop Force. As with Noxcrew's Terra Swoop Force remake for the Bedrock Edition and Java Edition, MCC brought in some tunnels for a round off to get to the other side and like a fan. The first tunnel is used in MCC 12 and 13 as well as in special MCCs, and is by far the easiest tunnel for the event. As players were getting better, Tunnel 2 was used after MCC came back for the second season. Out of all the times Terra Swoop 4 was played in regular events, PeteZahHutt, the pro himself, got first every single time except for MCC 12. Now, we move on to some new maps that were introduced in MCC 14, which some are deemed as confusing for some people. Sewer shit talkers. Industry. Probably Fruitberry's dream here. If you watch his Parkour Gauntlet series, you will know that he's very good at this. Players must navigate through panels and try to get to the end as fast as possible. This encourages the use of side bridging a lot. Some even cheese this altogether by going to the top of the map and go from there.
Thought about this last time we did this map.
That cocked me.
It's working. The weird and risky play is working.
My God! That's
It's
first.
working.
That's really correct.
Apple, what'd you get?
I got third.
Right, third. Let's go.
First.
14th.
Be fruit.
Tomo, just grab the dub. Literally, you're overtaking everyone right now, Tomo. Good job, man.
And yes, you can break the panels. Why was it such a big deal when you didn't know that? Like, dude, come on, mate. Siege. One of very unforgiving maps out there. Players have to scale up the wall while having obstacles such as pistons and skeletons to stop you from going to the top. After scaling up the wall, players will also have to do a little bit of parkour as well to get to the end. This is confusing at first, but people will get used to it eventually. Breakdown. Well, this is one of the most confusing out of all, and possibly one of the most complained map out there in MCC. Like, dude, oh my god, Twitter, Breakdown is described in the name itself. You have to break the wheel in order to pass through. Some holes are blocked, some holes let players progress through. Sounds simple, right? Well, watch this.
They'll
They don't know
figure it
what to
out.
do.
They'll figure. Oh, this is gonna be so funny.
Yeah, they know what they're doing? Oh, yeah.
It's Minecraft. You're meant to. Why are they going up?
Brilliant, brilliant.
Oh,
Man, that's so mean.
Great.
Okay, on my note, no one knows.
That's like my favourite moment from MCC.
Yeah,
Yep, the first assumption is to go up. Yeah, oh boy. And finally, the last map for a while. Skydive Remix. This is a combination of the original Skydive map with a rocket launcher twist. Players would have to heavily use their rocket jumping skills to the max. You better watch out for those explosions because they can be very unforgiving in some cases. And those are all the maps so far up to MCC 15. Simple concept, executed perfectly for the event. There are more rooms potentially for even more maps here, so you have to stick around in the MCC landscape for more maps in this game. There will be more videos like this in the future, but for now, that is all. If you want to support my channel, be sure to subscribe, like, do whatever you want to, as well as to check out MCC Live Show, the live show for fans by fans like you guys. Links down in the description. Or, if you want to support me financially, my Ko-Fi page is available as well. Your support from either of those ways will help towards the channels a lot and help me create more contents for you all. Thank you so much for watching, and keep on watching Duechayapol.